Well, this is our first stream crossing of the day. I don't know whether there's going to be more or not, but yesterday when we crossed the first one, my phone wouldn't work because it was raining, so I figured I'd better stand here and video this one. So this may be the mountain stream of the day. We'll see how it goes, but we're going to do a pretty light day today, about 10 miles to Fully. I don't remember, Whiskey something. There's actually two shelters. They're both 4-person shelters. There's an older one and then a newer one. The newer one's Whiskey something. And then tomorrow we start the roller coaster. I'd love to do more than 10 today, but there's just not, I can't find it in the guidebook that there'd be a good place. It's either 10 or 18. If we go 18, then the next day we would have to do either 8 or 21. And neither of those is palatable. So we'll do our 10 and head for Harper's Ferry on Tuesday. It's, what is it today? Saturday, I believe, Saturday morning. So anyway, we're moving forward. Good walk in the woods so far. I think it's going to get hot today. Hopefully we'll be in the trees most of the day and at least have some shade. We'll talk to you up the trail. Well, we got a nice little meadow right here. Yeah, we were hiking up through the woods, doing an uphill, and bam, all of a sudden, here we go. Oh yeah, yeah, indeed. All right, we come to this sign here. I don't know whether you can see it or not. Let's get closer. The next 27 miles of the AT between Manassas and Snickers Gaps follows what was, from 1863 to 1865, the western boundary of Mosby's Confederacy, the base of operations for Confederate partisan ranger Colonel John Singleton Mosby. And we are getting ready to head into some serious Civil War places. Harper's Ferry, of course. Probably we'll do some sightseeing while we're there. Go back to Antietam. We were there a year or two ago. I'd love to go to Gettysburg. And it should be a history-packed week. I'm looking forward to it. Trail this morning, one little climb and a whole bunch of downhill so far. I think we've got another 1,000 feet to go up in a little bit, but should be not too bad of a day to just do 10 miles or so. So we'll talk to you up the trail. Well, we don't get very many opportunities to cross railroad tracks, so I thought I'd show you this one. I'm not sure what rail line this is, but we're going to go across it and head on up the trail. Well, 3 miles in and we're crossing another interstate. Or not crossing it, but going underneath it. I think this is I-64, but I'm not certain. But we've had a nice walk so far. We're 3 miles in. That means we got about 7 to go to the shelter, but we're getting ready to do about a 1,000-foot climb. But there's a break in between. There's a shelter about 2 miles or 2.5 miles from us. We'll stop there maybe and have a bite, maybe not. See how far it is off the trail. But we're plowing forward this morning. Well, alrighty, this may have to qualify as the mountain stream of the day, definitely the footbridge of the day. Really nice bridge, manufactured wood on it. We've got a nice little stream going here. So, pretty awesome little trip today. I think this begins our climb. Yippee. So excited. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. It's 1,000 feet over 2 or 3 miles. It shouldn't be too terribly steep. We'll see what happens. We're here at Manassas Gap Shelter. And there's a moth on my shoe. That's extra weight. He's not going to be able to stay there. Flap your wings because they're pretty. There you go. That a boy or a girl or whatever. And you match my shoe too. Except for the blue part, but the blue part, it's more like dirt now instead of orange, or instead of the blue. Up it up. Thank you. A little wider this time. There you go. Awesome. kind of hanging here having a little bit of a snack, and 4.6 to the shelter where we're staying tonight. Looks like a pretty easy 4.6, so maybe 2 hours at the most. Well, not a whole lot to see today. Realized a little bit ago I haven't videoed very much. I got the moth that was on my shoe, and I don't even know what I have. Stopped to take a picture of a stream or two maybe. But the trail's just been pretty much going through the woods today. Nothing much to see, no views. We did stop at Manassas Gap Shelter. Should have videoed that. That's where I was sitting when the moth was on my foot. But it's just hot. It's up in the upper 90s is what somebody said today. It's supposed to be a little cooler tomorrow. But I left Manassas Shelter, and Gavin wanted to hang around. He wanted to eat a little bit more and rest a bit, and that was fine because I know where he's at, and he's got a map, and I'm trusting him. There's some folks that we knew there too, so he'll probably leave out with them. But just wanted to see how fast I could go. And I just checked. I've been out for an hour, and I went 2.9 miles. I was really disappointed because I thought I was probably doing at least 3. I would not have been surprised 3.5, I thought, but just 2.9. Now I did have a little bit of an uphill that slowed me substantially, but a lot of the trail that I covered is just what you see in front of me. It's flat as a board. So I guess an average of 3 is about the best I can do. So anyway, got about probably 30 or 40 minutes to get to the shelter. Somewhere in between there, 35 minutes. Won't be too long, I think. And it'll be nice to put on some dry clothing and get some cold water out of the spring because it's hot. I don't think I have perspired this much yet. Trail crossing, no blazes. I'm assuming I'm going straight because I didn't see anything to the contrary. I think there's a blaze on that tree up there. Yes, there is. So I'm still doing the right thing. So anyway, I'll check in with you just in a little bit and talk to you soon. Yeah, well, this should be fun. I think this is the creek that maybe is the water source down in front of the shelter. But all of a sudden we just came on tons and tons of rocks. Nice. Hopefully I can get through here without breaking my neck or my phone or stepping on a snake or anything weird like that. That's the one thing that's got me concerned about Pennsylvania is I've always been taught to believe that that's where snakes like to hang out, is in rocky areas. And man, we got a ton of that coming up. I need to pay careful attention to what I'm doing here. Yeah, I can do that. Hey, terra firma. Maybe I can get through this without stepping on too terribly many rocks. There's no sense in getting real high when I can stay on the ground. But I think the little creek there means that I'm about 1/10 of a mile from the shelter. And according to my watch, that should be about right. So we'll wander on and talk to you soon. Well, this is the Whiskey Hollow shelter. This is a fairly new one, I've read. And boy, it looks nice. It's definitely not a 4-person shelter, that's for sure. It seems much, much larger than 4-people shelter. Let's see what's around the back. Oh, they've still got lumber and stuff up here. Interesting. And there's supposed to be a second one here. I don't know exactly where. Looks like that's the privy up there, I'm guessing. So anyway, home for the night and a bigger day tomorrow, 15 something tomorrow. And have a good time. So anyway, I'm here. Take the pack off, sit around and chat or sit for a little bit, and definitely change my clothes. So we'll talk to you soon. So this is the Dick's Dome shelter. Ooh, wow, what an echo. It's down the hill from the Whiskey Hollow shelter. It's a geodesic dome, and kind of a neat little place. This one is probably, yes, a 4-person shelter, but boy, that other one up there is really nice. It's huge. But the architecture on this one's really kind of a neat thing. I understand it was used to be maybe an old hunting cabin or something like that. 1987, maybe it was built. But there's outside a little stream here. I'm gonna look and see where I can get my water the easiest place. And then I'm gonna go sit down and maybe take a nap. I don't know. There's also a little bridge. I think I walked up past it. It's right down there, and it looks like there's a tree down over it, or there has been a tree. The bridge is not faring very well. But anyway, interesting little place, and I thought I would share it with you. Well, this is the other approach. I'm coming back from the water source. Maybe give you a little bit better an idea what the Whiskey Hollow shelter looks like. Man, it is a really nice structure. And you got a picnic table and another place to the right over there. You probably can't see the mailbox where the shelter log would be, but it's just a really, really nice place. I am curious why there's so many logs laying around. I don't know whether that's future firewood or if there's another project or what that's all about. But just an incredibly nice structure here. There's the front porch area and a place where several folks can cook at one time. Really nice. And the floors inside, the floors on the inside are varnished. You can see the shine on them. It's pretty doggone neat. Everything in here has been treated and varnished, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So thanks to the ATC and the folks that have put this shelter here. Actually, it's not ATC. It is I think this one's the Potomac Appalachian Trail Club. We'll see.